Hello! Thank you for joining us as we review making requests through SALP Sync. Now that you have passed all the online trainings and become a member of the SALP Student Administrators Club on SALP Sync, this tutorial will provide you with valuable information and instruction in several important areas. You will gain a better understanding of the role of your advisor and why his or her approval is important, understand what happens with your request once it has been submitted, and learn the difference between key SALP Sync terms. Before we delve into the step-by-step process of making requests for your student group, you need to be aware that an advisor's approval is required on any request involving money, use of state resources, or anything connected to risk or liability. The university must have a staff person who is vouching that the organization has the funding to cover the request, if applicable, that they are familiar with the event or services and are willing to provide support, and that the student leader and organization are authorized to use resources. Your advisor is there to provide your group support, administrative assistance, and essentially to put their name to your requests. When making a request to reserve a room, spend money, or any other transaction with the university, there will be two places in the Student Administrators Club portal to look for forms. Under Tools in the left-hand menu, you will see Forms and Links. Anything that is going to be processed primarily by SALP, such as spending money, travel, liability forms, or keys, is going to have an electronic form under Forms. Anything that is processed outside of SALP, such as room requests, are listed under Links. If you are sent to a PDF, then you will need to print out the form and drop it off in the SALP office to be signed and sent on to the relevant department to be processed. This tutorial will go over the basics of what happens to your requests once you submit them. The first definition you will need to know is processing time. Processing time is the time it takes for your request to be completed. This varies depending on the type of transaction and how many steps and who is involved in processing the request. Processing times are given in the description of each of SALP's forms and are listed in the processing time document under Media Files. For example, if you submit a request for a purchase order, it generally takes the accountants at least 7 business days to complete. If you need it quicker than that, it may not be possible, or you'll need to work with your advisor to come up with another plan. Once you submit a form in SALP Sync, it goes into a queue. Your advisor will review your request and complete one of 3 actions. They can deny your request, reopen your request, or defer your request. If they deny it or reopen it, they will email you to let you know how and why they need to fix it. If they defer it, they have approved your request and sent it on to the next step to be processed. At that point, the accountant or office manager will open your request and process it. Once they have processed it, they will mark the request as accepted. Once you submit a SALP form, you will be able to see the status of your submissions made in the Student Administrators Club by clicking on Forms and then My Submissions at the top. So the terms you need to know are pending. If the status of your form on SALP Sync says pending, it means that your request is waiting to be approved by an advisor. At this point, no one has looked at it. Deferred. If the status of your form on SALP Sync says deferred, it means your request has been approved by an advisor and is now waiting to be processed. Accepted. If the status of your form on SALP Sync says accepted, it means that your request has been processed by an accountant. You may need to sign a form or your check may be in the mail, but your request has been granted and you are good to go. Denied. If the status of your form on SALP Sync says denied, it means that your request has been denied, most likely by your advisor. Partial. If the status of your form on SALP Sync says partial, it means that you have not completed the request or it has been reopened by your advisor for more information. To submit the request, click on Finish, complete the form, and submit. Thank you for taking the time to watch this tutorial. More video tutorials are available under Media Videos for specific instructions on using this portal to make requests related to travel, events, and other student organization activities. Also available under Media are how-to guides, helpful worksheets, and the office orientation videos. If you have any additional questions about the steps needed to process a request on SALP Sync, don't hesitate to contact your advisor for guidance. And please keep in mind that your advisor possesses a whole wealth of knowledge and skills outside of those needed to help your group complete its application process. So please let them know any other concerns your group may have, as they are more than willing to help.